Hey everyone, and welcome back to our DC actual play series after Crisis. We know it's been a few weeks because of some in real life stuff. I got sick, some people had some other stuff going on, but we are back uh, to just go to an arcade. I'm sure that's all that's going to happen in this episode. Before we get into the recap and then get into the episode itself, let's go around and do our introductions. So go ahead and tell everyone who you are, your pronouns, your character's name and pronouns, and their superhero name. And we will start with Keon.
Forget that it's me every time.
Yeah, just
Hi,
look at the
I'm
overlay.
Keon. Oh, hush. Hi, I'm Keon. I go by brother Keon across all of the internets. I use he, they pronouns, heavy on the they, and I will be playing Rock Stewart, also known as Greenhawk. He uses he, him pronouns.
Perfect. Emma.
Hello, I'm Emma Ramasco. I go by she, hers pronouns, and I will be playing Gio Bertinelli, aka the problem he, him, his pronouns.
Perfect. Ray.
Hi, I'm Ray Wilds. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Solea or Voltage, she, her.
Perfect. And
Yeah.
last but not least, James.
Hi there, I'm James. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me on the internet as Huggermuggard. And I'm playing Aziza, who uses they, he pronouns.
Perfect. And of course, I am Paige. My pronouns are she, her, and I'll be playing literally everyone else. So who wants to do the recap?
The amount of nose goes.
Take it away, James.
Everyone's
we love
bullying
you.
me.
We love
Everyone's
you.
bullying
You-
me, chat.
It's not bullying, it's
it's
love.
not bullying, correct? And it's also probably the best way to get the recap is someone who literally made a newspaper article from last session.
James takes
Ooh.
better notes than me, the GM, for this game.
That is true, but it should be noted that it is Paige. So I'm bullying back. Folks, last session was session 2, and we started off back at S.T.A.R Labs while we were being shown the training center by HJ. We each received a nanotech ring, which held our suit for our heroing and such jobs. We received a S.T.A.R card to use for necessary purchases. It won't be necessary purchases every time. And we were planning on how to get to Big Belly Burger, and a race was suggested. Soul. And so we ended up racing to Big Belly Burger. Well, 3 people raced to Big Belly Burger. It was Soul, who started early, Rock, and Geo on motorbike. And then Ziza hopped in the car with HJ because they were not about that life. As they arrived at Big Belly Burger with Soul taking the lead 100%, and then Rock following in second, with Geo following third. Rock did stop at Walgreens on the way. Uh, we arrived at Big Belly Burger. Aziza stumbled out of the car, which was blaring pop music. And we all had some lunch together. Um, Rock ate a whole bunch. Everybody else got pretty normal options. HJ kind of absconded from the table once Geo started like hammering home that this should be a team building exercise. At which point, Geo just started pushing everyone's buttons as hard as possible the entire time. Um, Geo asked if we were planning on like having a party or after party or just keeping this party rolling, insinuating that we were going to do crime and or drink. And everyone at the table grew a little bit uncomfortable with that. Uh, Most people at the table grew a little uncomfortable with that. I'm not sure if Soul was or was not into it. Um, Rock really seemed to think that Geo was a bad option for a leader based on just this situation. Soul brought up Geo's dad as an insult, and Geo got real hurt. Aziza tried to defend him, which was wild after the accusations that Geo made against Aziza. And then suddenly there was a car thrown through the Big Belly Burger window. And our fight started as King Shark was attacking just a couple blocks away. The team flew in. We all, messed around a bit, tried to actually fight this motherfucker. Geo was a good leader suddenly, and actually gave suggestions that made the team work possible. We all worked together. Soul got a great finishing move based on the fact that Rock and Aziza were able to throw some cars at King Shark, which were used as a conduit for some static, and we were able to defeat King Shark and put him back into the care of Amanda Wheeler. Once Wheeler took him away, she insinuated that he had been missing for 2 weeks. He had probably been kidnapped. They'd been looking for him. And we also got to meet Joe West, Barry's dad. He's our liaison with the local first responders. And we worked begrudgingly to clean up the scene of the fight. Until finally, as we finished, Gio was like, "Hey, you want to go to the arcade?" And we all said, "Yeah."
Perfect. And with that, we cut straight over to the Central City Arcade. Think the size of a Dave and Buster's that you would find in like a small town where it's like the only thing you do. That's how massive this like arcade is. There's like every little video game you can think of. There's a whole little restaurant area. There's like a bar area for like the adults, and then there's just like a lounge area as well.
Why didn't we come here first?
I think Gio's like fully like folded over a piece of pizza. He's on like slice number 7. As he's been fucking around with the claw machine. And he goes, I mean, I kind of recommended it, but no one was interested. As he like kind of like starts to down that other piece of pizza.
Well,
Would
if
have
you
been way much more fun.
aren't you supposed to be
if you
making
came
the
here first.
decisions?
He removes a piece of pizza. His mouth is full, but he's still talking with it. He goes, and here we are. Are you well or not?
Isn't that also mouthful?
His argument.
Very fluent and hungry here. Okay,
Chew and
well, we
swallow.
could have just done. Huh?
Chew and swallow, please. Chew and swallow.
Gio's flipping Rock up from behind Soul's back.
So I get called out, but you just let G. Okay, I'm starting to
I
see
said
that there's a
both
little
of
bit of.
you.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm starting to see a little bit of
Rock.
favoritism. So what?
Clicks a Fanta in the
Favoritism?
background.
Um, I just
Mhm.
you got on to me about it.
Out
You
to
didn't
both
say
of
anything.
You know, at this point, Soul just kind of turns around and just starts wandering off.
I was gonna say Gio's the Kermit meme, you know, with the cup of tea, except it's a soda can.
Hell yeah.
Are we also all suited up, or are we in our civilian clothes? Do we?
I mean, you had your range. You could have desuited all the way if you wanted to.
If we're still covered in dust and debris, it may be better to stay in our suits so we don't look like we came
So
out
we're in
of
our
some
fucking
building
suit.
crumbling.
Hey, I
So then
mean,
you
the
see-
Teen
so
Titans
Gio's
did
eating
it all
through
the
his
time.
visor.
It's fine.
Yeah, the Teen Titans were in costume all the time doing stuff.
They literally had a
yeah.
pizza joint that just knew their order when they would go in all the time. It's fine.
So Gio's been flipping up his visor then to eat, and then flips it down when he's done.
Yeah,
It's just sticking out of the bottom of the butt.
There's cheese.
You guys actually say that the whole time you've been here. There's been like the kids in here are kind of obviously curious, but they've been keeping their distance. So like there's been like a bubble around you the whole time you've been in this arcade so far.
Is this a human thing for people to just stare? Or...
That's more of a hero versus civilian thing.
Oh, strange. Why do they do that? Why do you do that?
You see this like 13-year-old girl squeak and turn red and just run back into the
Oh.
crowd.
Wait, I'm so. Did I scare her? Maybe if I take her some of this and reaches onto Geo's plate for the group for the.
Hey!
I'm trying to make up for what I just
Usually,
Yeah, go get your own
usually-
fucking
hey,
pizza.
Real quick, usually you don't want to chase down any female presenting person after they've run away from you.
did. Even if I'm trying to give them pizza and
They
make
don't know that that's what you're trying to do.
James, you get an
Earth
advantage
is
for that.
weird.
This is Pride Month.
Earth is strange.
Finally get to bring out the super feminist side of Aziza.
Okay. Okay, so and like you see Rock pull out like a little notebook. Do not apologize with pizza and run after people.
Especially my pizza. Gio says as he flips up the visor again, starts to eat it.
So much grease on the helmet.
There's
It's
so
Literally
much.
so
disgusting.
much grease.
It's disgusting.
Thought this was our pizza. But okay.
It's just looking at the visor, like obviously grossed out.
Literally just massive fingerprints. And
Oh yeah,
cheese.
he's a teen boy. It's gonna be disgusting.
Oh.
Well, brushes off his hands. All right.
Now you wipe your hands.
No, correct. Did not wipe them from eating the food from the debris
The
of the screen.
whole visor is still fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's like so. It's part of team bonding. I say we fuck each other up on one of these consoles. Rock, you ever been to an arcade?
We kind of have these at Thanagar, but there's a lot more punching.
You mean
Kinda
like a
like-
fighter game? Like
No, it's like an octagon, and then they put us inside it. There's like a cage, and then they just
Oh.
let us go.
So
That's
it's
pretty
just,
much where we hang out.
It's just a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're kind of doing that, but through these little, and he kind of dink.
We're not
dinks
doing
his
that at
finger on
all.
the screen. No, but through those little people on the screen. You see?
Just patting Street Fighter like.
Literally, yeah, exactly, just like exactly. He's leaning against Street Fighter. You see these buttons here? And if you press this one can throw a punch. So we're not really fighting in an octagon, but we are fighting each other, but we don't have to get all the bruises and bangs that you would in your octagon.
It's a test of hand-eye coordination skill more than might and power.
It's also just fun as fuck. As
Just
he
push the
demonstrates just a roundhouse kick.
Well, how do I do that?
This
And
one,
then
this one,
like
this
tries to copy it.
one. Yeah. I'm showing him the combos.
Both of you rolled mundane.
Nerds!
Oh, this is gonna be great.
It's 2d6, right?
Yep, 2d6 plus your mundane score.
7.
2d6 plus my mundane score, right?
Uh-huh.
Minus my conditions as well, right?
If you have a condition that affects mundane. What conditions do you have marked right now?
Insecure.
Aww,
Oh no.
why is he insecure?
A lot happened.
No, you're
okay?
fine. You're fine with insecure. Insecure wouldn't count for that. You're good.
Okay, so I got a 6 then.
1. Oh my god, a 7
That's
and
a
a 6.
failure, so technically mark potential.
Just Aziza and Soul like doing that thing where friends are watching other friends play a game and they're both like,
So
bad
the
at
thing
this.
is, Rod's character is hitting combos and stuff. Geo has jumped over their characters, so they're just punching like the corner of the wall, and they do not figure out how to turn their character back around.
But Rock is also just like, imagine like when you're doing a racing game, you move with it. So he's also like
Mhm.
doing the whole ducking.
Also, yeah,
Shadow
Geo
boxing.
technically wins. Geo's not hitting any of like the combos in Street Fighter. It's just punch, kick, punch. it's very basic.
It's easy pickings for him, and
Yeah.
he does
That's
not.
not-
Is,
So
hmm?
you
that was a good try. Good try. You got stuck in the wall there, but want another round?
how did you cheat?
Cheat? Me? Nah, cheat. I didn't cheat. I just
Your
got
hero
skill.
name is the problem.
Yeah, it's not the cheater.
Fair. And goes back to play.
Easily diffused.
Got a good point.
Does anyone else want to step in? I don't want to wipe the floor with Rock. He gives a actually
Hey.
surprisingly supportive pat on the back to Rock.
So much grease on your back, Rock, because
Can
you're in uniform, so you're like shirtless right now.
oh
Rock
god, he's
wouldn't-
greasing him up.
Oh god.
Oh.
I was
Ziza,
going
don't
to
look.
Well, enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show.
All I can say.
God.
But Ray, you were saying something.
Can I try the game, please?
Yeah, go for it.
and just kind of walks over and starts pressing buttons just to see.
I would like Aziza to stand on Soul's side. And if I can, Aziza's going to lean in while Gio's playing on the other side and whisper to Soul what Gio's common moves are for this game.
Yeah. Go ahead and add
And
a
like
+1 to
whisper
your
which
roll.
buttons to hit.
Wait, so is it now three of us playing? Because Rock is still
No,
playing
no.
too, right?
Oh, is Rock also playing?
I
think-
would have given my controller
Because
up.
Street Fighter is usually
Oh,
like
you would have
two.
given your
Yeah.
controller
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Okay,
rotated.
so
Now,
then it will be.
It's common gamer rounds. The loser goes
Yeah.
out for the next round. And
That's
then
true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
someone
That's
says,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
Mundane, right?
Yep.
So
Am I
good.
rolling again or just?
Yeah,
just...
mundane.
Yeah, you can roll again too.
Soul kick their ass. I have a thing I want to do.
Tell me Soul's a Blanca user. I mean, they have to, right? What the electricity? You gotta use Blanca.
Oh, God.
Bad.
Failure. 6.
Okay, go ahead and mark potential. You guys know
Nine.
level up playing video games. Yeah.
I think he's a little distracted by like the smell of her perfume or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say
She's
like,
so close to him.
you're like sort of winning the first round, but like once you get Soul down to like half health, Soul like gamer leans, and it just brings them very close to you, and it's just pretty much done from there.
I would like to preface this by Soul is fully button mashing. Like Soul does not know what she's doing.
It's
just
like
Aziza-
jump, land, random combo. Somehow it is super move, jump.
Pressing
She's
all the
she's
buttons.
somehow like she's avoiding getting hit, but also
Right.
landing these massive combos, just like.
Aziza's like leaning in and just touching the joysticks to like push her just a little out of his reach every time.
So Rock catches what Aziza's doing, and now that Gio has lost, are you sulking, Gio?
I think the wave of perfume, like he's kind of like, oh god, there's a girl right next to me. Oh god, she's right next to me. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. This is internal
Thank you.
monologue.
And just grabs the grabs the controller, grabs Aziza's shoulders and moves them over, and puts the controller in their hands. Like, okay, so you're up next, and just like is like still holding your shoulders and watching like intently at you playing the game with Soul. Come on,
Right,
just
right.
So you can take your 9, Aziza. I'm gonna say -1 to your roll.
Yeah.
He's doing his best.
Much like Gio, who's like, there's a girl right next to me. There's a girl right next to me.
Right
Gio's
next-
like, the boy is right behind me. The boy
Yeah,
is right behind me.
Rock is just literally like up against your back.
Like,
No shirt on. With no shirt on.
Yeah, with no shirt on.
you feel the heat radiating off of him.
The greasy boy I have a crush on is
Yeah.
right behind me, not wearing a shirt and holding my shoulders, and I have to play Street Fighter.
The hormones, they're raging.
Hey, this is what we're here for, right?
It is it wasn't 8, but -1 is 7.
Yeah, same problem. Like you get a few combos off to start because you know how to play this game, but then
Rock like squeezes my shoulders when I
Yeah.
start doing really well.
You got it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
This
Really
is
good at
fun.
this. Oh.
Yeah, great
Like Soul's having the
strategy.
time of her life.
Joe snarkily says,
I think
"Yeah, great
Soul and
strategy."
Rock are just oblivious to how red Gio and Aziza's face are right now.
Mhm.
Like, oh, this is great. I'm having a blast.
Yeah, Gio has the benefit of a fucking helmet. Aziza's got
Correct.
just that little normal like Robin
Correct.
mask.
Correct.
Just like
Blush.
pulling your jacket up on the sides
Can't
a little bit
pierce
more.
the mask now, bitches.
Oh God.
I can't pierce the mask. It's covered in pizza
It's
grease.
covered in pizza grease.
Grease it.
Yeah,
Little-
but
it's little windshield wipers.
Aziza, as you compose yourself and you kind of like glance around, just like you do see a familiar zombie game.
Aziza sort of looks at the game cabinet and like glances aside, like has separated from Rock because they needed to think. Um uh sees the cabinet and sort of like looks over to Geo and is kind of intimidated by the fact that he can't see Geo's face at all. and sort of looks from the helmet to the cabinet, and does just a little like head nod over to it, just questioning.
I think body language, you see Geo shrug like a whatever, but under the visor that you can't see, there's a very soft smile starting to form.
Aziz will head over to the zombie shooter.
Yep. Pick up his rifle. Is it rifle or shotguns?
It's like an auto rifle.
Auto rifle. Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to think that the way they both hold their guns is very different. Like, I feel like Aziza's is very much like almost like proper police procedure hold to a gun. Like
Gio's robbing
just-
a bank.
Yeah. Like it's these fucking plastic guns, but Aziza's still holding trigger discipline. Like
She was meanwhile like swinging it around, right, doing like fancy fucking tricks with it or whatever. Maybe flips
Duck.
it, Yeah. All right. Best out of 3.
I mean, it's kind of co-op. Don't you remember that?
Yeah, I guess we could play together.
I'll just-
leans into Soul. Are they getting along?
I think so.
Ruin this.
No.
And just like slowly pull Soul to like the like away from this moment. And we are definitely hitting the skating floor.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
yeah.
Going.
I think like a couple, zombie rounds in.
Yeah.
Geo very quietly, very much in yet again, I have warned viewers before that Geo is toxically masculine. Much in the way of like, just doing men things, right? Shooting zombies.
A lot of content warning for toxic masculinity to the streams going forward.
Content warning, toxic masculinity. In a moment of like brief quiet, he'll like you'll hear like murmurs of like acceptance, like Aziza will get a good shot and I go, yeah, right, or good job, right, and then over time those good jobs slowly form into sentences, and at one point he says, thanks for the assist earlier.
Aziza is a very quiet, like when Aziza does get zoned in on this game, it is zoned in and it is like shot. Because he hasn't really been out to an arcade in a very long time either. And he did not want to fuck up Geo giving like almost sentences that turned into actual sentences. So it's just been very quiet until there's a sentence he has to respond to.
Yeah.
And Aziza sort of nods back and forth and just says, well, it was, there's blows and then there's low blows.
Yeah, but I've been kind of taking pot shots. Boom! Right, fires off a shot that takes off a zombie head. Ah, not good. Not bad. That wasn't that bad. And
That
then,
was pretty good.
Yeah, no. And then it reloads and says, yeah, I've been taking shots at everyone, though, especially you.
Maybe I deserve it. I'm sorry about your dad. He was good. Sage was he was good.
Oh, no. Oh! Can I roll for this? Because I'm trying to determine whether or not Gio's going to lean into this or push away.
Sure.
Is there something I could roll for that?
Let's do it this way. James, roll comfort.
Ooh, that's mundane, right?
Yeah. See if you can reach through to Geo in this moment or not. Makes more sense, I feel like.
That's an 8.
Okay. You have an 8.
Oh, 9 because I have a +1.
Okay, cool. Yeah, a 9's a hit. There's no like special thing, so yeah.
I
And
think it's
Mhm.
just very honest and very nervously said.
Geo, do you have any conditions?
I don't think so.
Then you can choose to mark a potential or shift your labels since they hit on this roll as well.
Mark my labels. That means move up 1, right?
Move up 1, move 1 down, or you can just add a potential for a level up later. It's up to you.
I think I'll move up my. Well, hold on. Let me get back in the scene, and then I
Okay.
will.
You can do it. You can worry about it after scene. Don't worry about it.
Oh, cool. Because you succeeded, I think through like you're able to see briefly through the visor, like by the lighting, right? Something
So
shifts.
the video
in the
game just hits a little bit.
Right, exactly. You hit in the lighting, and while you see someone just actively shooting, the words that you've been saying, you see that he's actually crying under his visor, and he's not saying anything.
I think there is that quiet descends again, but I think Aziza's always been pretty quiet, and that's not like out of character. But I do think that Aziza takes one step closer because I think they were both kind of like going from diagonals at the game and just
Like
kind of tries to close that in a bit and just, while Geo is not at 100%, will pop a few shots at the zombies on his side and, you know, probably end up ending my game a little earlier because zombies are getting me.
Yeah, you actually lean over, pop a few, and a big zombie gets through and hits your character. You feel intense pain go through your chest.
Whoa.
Go ahead and mark
I
it.
think.
Go ahead and mark a point on your doom track.
Oh fuck. I think that kind of moment is Aziza like dropping the gun and fully like leaning over to lean on the console.
Hey. What the fuck?
Geo,
What's
you
going on?
see blood starting to pool through the front of their shirt.
Whoa, you were hit? And he's immediately like pulling out like, turning something, right? Like trying to like staunch the wound, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's it's not. No, I wasn't. I didn't.
Okay, hold on. You're fine. And he's gonna put pressure on it, and he's gonna call over his shoulder to Rock and to Leia and go, "Hey guys, we're gonna have to wrap it up early, okay?"
Geo does know about Aziza, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he knows.
You both hear in this moment silent, like very almost silent laughter in your minds. You just hear it in the split second. It kind of goes quiet when people realize someone's hurt, and then it recedes.
Gio will softly say, as he's keeping pressure and probably also supporting Aziza, probably holding him up a little bit. He goes, "Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. All right, guys, come on. Playtime's over. Glad you had a good time. Time to go home." What am I, your fucking mom?
I imagine
You
the
see
two
Rock-
of you are just speeding through the skating rink this whole time this is going on.
Yeah, I
Rock
wanna,
is
Yeah, we're gonna
like,
cut.
go
We're gonna
backwards
cut. Yeah,
and
we're
see
gonna
what they
cut
were-
back.
Yeah, I want to see
wanna
the
know.
skating
I want to know.
So Rock has never done this shit before. So wheels on feet, confusing. I don't know why people would do this. This makes no sense, but I want to try it. And he is struggling right now. Very much so like a little giraffe,
Oh.
like a fresh-born giraffe on these fucking skates. But when you call back over, he's like, okay, oh shit.
After
And, like-
after a few laps, you struggle it, and Soleil just kind of killing it because Soleil does literally uses a like skateboard in her.
So Leia's going backwards, like doing the whole like hand hold, trying to keep you.
There's a
Oh,
point
she's
there's
doing
a
the- she's
there's a
doing the
point at a
weaving, you
time
know?
that like a 6-year-old feels bad and brings over one of those like assistable things that you can hold on to.
The little penguins, like,
yeah.
No shame in Rock's game. Takes the penguin and just like with the sincerest thank you. to this
But aren't you
6-year
like
old.
really tall? So I could just you're just like fully.
This little boy just like shyly nods and is like, are,
So,
are those real? And he points to your wings that have come out in your freight
oh,
at the moment.
I guess, and he's gonna lean it down, and it is like a wing construct, so it's
Mhm.
like you can push into it. So they're like, oh,
Yeah, he's amazed by how like it's like literally the green light on his face and just like stares at us like,
sorry, I gotta go. Thank you for this,
okay.
because and like,
Soul's taking pictures this whole time, just like
As she's doing the thing with her skates, you know, the
Just leaning over the page with the weeds in this kid's face. This kid just smiling.
again, no shame in his game. He shuffles over, takes the skates off, and like heads back over to where Geo and Aziza are.
You guys see
Do I
Geo
see the blood?
huddled over Aziza. Aziza's like on a knee, right? And
Yeah.
you see like blood starting to pool in like the front, like I think they wear like you wear like dark shirt undershirt too, right?
Yeah, so it's Aziza's get up is probably the plainest of everyone's
Mhm.
hero outfits. It's just like basically like black, just black. Like if you think of like uh my guy, any of the Robins when they're
Mhm.
adults, like where they've just got like
like
base tactical
Nightwing.
suit. Yeah, like Nightwing. That's
Yeah.
who I was thinking of.
Yeah, so
But there's no color and no symbols to it. It's just black tactical.
so most people wouldn't necessarily see the blood, but since you guys have, especially Rock, have in a warrior like culture, you see like the darkening and like the shirt sticking to the chest where there's like a wound, like right where the diaphragm would be.
Keon's mind is that of a whore. So the second that James said that Aziza wears a Nightwing inspired suit, you know where my mind went. Anyway,
It's okay.
Hormones. They're teenagers.
a whore. But Rock sees like this blood pooling and like rushes over to Aziza, like, what happened? What? How did you? What did you do?
Me? All right, slow down now. As Geo, you know, is keeping pressure on Aziza's wound. He goes. He just reopened a wound from the fight. All right. So we should have. It was on me. I shouldn't have brought you guys out here. We should have gone back to the tower, wherever the fuck we're going, and whatever.
Fell into
Here,
Teen Titans for a second.
Yeah,
The tower.
As you all
Soul
gather,
pulls out her little hoverboard. It's like, here, just sit on this so we can move you better.
yeah, as you guys get Aziza up on the hoverboard and start getting them situated so you guys can head back, you see on the zombie game, one of the zombies is like in front of the where it says like continue 9, 8 and waves, and you see high written in blood across the screen.
I see this.
All of you do.
Hate that.
How would Rock
I don't know if Aziza wants Geo to cover, so he's just gonna go.
Aziza is just 1,000 yards staring at the high because
Yeah.
it's just
You make eye contact, sees it with the like the zombie thing on screen, and you see the eyes flash purple very briefly, but only you catch that.
Rock thinks this is normal. Never seen this video
Yeah,
game.
he's never seen this game in
Like,
his life.
Never
Yeah,
seen this
he's
game
not gonna
before,
know.
so-
Yeah, he
yeah,
doesn't
it's
know.
like,
Yeah.
Hi. He waves back.
Hate zombies. I really hate zombies.
Yeah, let's
I love Rob so much.
Zero
Kind of
fear.
real though.
We should just go. We should
Yeah.
just go.
Let's head back.
Yeah, you guys head out. You can. I mean, you can follow away. You also just call HJ to pick you up with Caesar being hurt.
Yeah, do we have like a transport or something? Like, can we?
You
call
guys
in?
would have their contacts. They would have given you all the way to.
Yeah, we have
contact
our
Starlabs.
comms. We can just comms HJ
Yeah.
if we really
Yeah.
wanted to.
I think Geo will come in HJ and go, hey HJ, got a problem down here.
You calm Star Labs, and Cisco actually picks up. Like, well, what happened? I saw the fight was wrapped up. Is everything okay?
No, actually, things are not okay. Tenebris isn't doing too hot. So if you could send
Oh,
someone to pick us up.
yeah, actually, caught me at a good time. You need like 2 seconds, and you guys wait for like maybe like a minute, 2 minutes, and a blue portal opens up in front of you. And Cisco steps out in full 5 gear with 5 gauntlets. I felt this was quicker. Come on, get in before people make a scene.
Just the entire arcade pressed against the windows.
Yeah, they all just feel like they're pointing because they recognize who Cisco is. They recognize vibe. But you all hurry into the portal and appear literally in the med bay of Star Labs, where Caitlin is already prepping the table to. Oh, bring him over here. And then I need you three to get out. I need to check the wound, and it's an open wound for to be sterile. I need you guys to wait out there.
It's all right. He'll be fine. We'll be back in.
I mean, the med bay in Star Labs, by the way, is like clear glass unless they turn up the thing. It's not like anything private. So you guys just have to leave the room itself.
It is going to like what everybody sees is like Rock looking at Aziza in pain, and is just like, "I'll be right up there if you're gonna be okay." And then like looks at Caitlin. Make sure they're okay, please.
Fully accredited doctor. I will have him up in no time.
And he's gonna walk around.
Girl
and just,
boss.
Aziza, just gonna, and you see like she just, instead of taking your shirt off with how damaged everything, she just like kind of cuts up the middle of the shirt with the scalpel, and then you guys, before you guys leave the room, you just see this nasty like festering wound, like right in the middle of the chest.
You'll make sure that he kind of ushers Soul and Rock out, shuts the door behind him. All right.
What happened to you guys? I didn't see like it looked like any of you got hurt during the news. What happened?
Who's asking?
This is Cisco still. Cisco still with you guys.
Cisco outside of the room, right?
Yeah.
Gio at this point takes off his helmet, and his eyes will the greasy helmet.
It takes a couple.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
His eyes will slide to Rock and Saleya and go, maybe I can debrief you after we all wash up or something. Make sure everyone hasn't gotten hit.
If you guys want to switch your costumes to your reins, I'll take them for repairs and stuff. We're probably gonna have to remake a lot of his, but we can deal with that later. Go to your rooms, wash up, meet back here in like an hour.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys know if anything comes up with Aziza, but he is in good hands, so he should be fine in its own.
He's tougher than he looks, Gio will say to the others.
I hope so.
Yeah, you don't gotta worry.
I don't even remember seeing them get hit.
Magic users. Magic does weird shit to the body. What can I say? I wouldn't know myself. I don't use it, but who knows? Maybe it might be. He's completely fucking like fabricating because he does not know what has been. Clearly, these two have not been told, so he's covering. Yeah. It's like sometimes magic does weird things to the body. I mean, not that I would know personally, but I assume it needs some form of energy. So sometimes magic pulls from a source, and you know it's happened before.
Before?
You know, field work. You know, when you overextend yourself. You've been there, haven't you?
Both of you 100% can pierce the mask right now if you'd like.
I was raised by cops.
But guess what I have? I have my Mary Contrary.
What do we roll
Hell
for
yeah.
that?
Pierce the mask is a mundane roll.
Of course it is.
And then
Oh,
Mary
that's the one I have a
Contrary.
-1 in. No.
Oh, I have a -2. Let's go.
Oh no, the people who are bad at inciting are going against the person who's really good at lying. This is why we have Aziza.
Correct. So only he can truly pierce the mask.
Are you going to try to use your move though? I might take you have to do
Yes.
it now then. So roll superior while they roll
Okay.
that.
So
Yeah, let's go, motherfucker.
I'm
Let's
not
go.
even. I'm removing
Oh,
myself because
I'm removing myself.
How bad
not-
did you roll?
So that actually was an 11, and because I rolled 10 plus, I also take influence over them or clear a condition.
Okay, and what did you roll?
it doesn't even matter.
I rolled a 10.
Okay, so a 10 becomes an 8, which you still get
Still
to ask one thing about Geo at this moment, and Emma has to answer it. So it doesn't give you the 3 questions, but you still get one. But Geo, do you already have influence over Rock or no?
I think I.
You do.
No,
No, you
didn't
do.
I used it up
Everybody
last
get-
time.
Mm-mm. I don't
No?
thought you. I
You
don't
still
think you
have
did.
I still have it?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought
So
I
since you
had
don't have
influence.
conditions and you already have influence, you'll get to shift to a Roth's labels.
Oh shit. Okay.
Instead.
Okay. Didn't I do that last time though?
Yeah, it happens
That
a lot.
was
That's the
the-
whole. That's the whole
That
thing
was
of the game.
that was us.
Yeah.
That was us at the end of the game.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
the
the
end.
end of session thing.
Oh, but
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
this
yeah.
is a trait thing. Okay, so I
Yeah.
shift
Yeah.
one of your labels.
Well, 2 of them. You'll shift one up,
One
one
up,
down.
one down.
One up, one down. In this moment,
And
probably
you
what
can't go higher than 3 or lower than -2.
what do you have right now, Keon? Number wise, just so I know.
I have a -2 in mundane.
So I can't go any lower.
I have a 3 in superior.
And I can't go any higher.
I have a 1 in savior, a 1 in freak, and a 0 in danger.
And min max to hell.
I think I would do a minus to superior because you mentioned that Rock has been feeling a little insecure, and also he's very worried for Aziza. So I'm gonna say minus, and then I'm gonna up 1 in mundane because he just spent time at the arcade,
Perfect.
and rollerblading.
My
Balancing
boy.
your stats out a little bit better. Love it. But what would you like to know about Geo in this moment, Rock? You're not limited. You don't. I don't limit you guys to questions. You tell me what you want to ask about Geo in this situation.
While we're getting the swindler's dozen from Geo, the quickest tongue in the West over here, right? Rock is hearing you say all of this stuff, and he's just like hasn't said anything, and he's just like listening and processing what you're saying. And it's more importantly, we're saying a lot of things without saying shit.
Mm-hmm.
Geo. What do you know about Aziza that you're not telling us?
That's not mine to really tell. You can ask him when he's feeling better. If he wants to tell you, he can. That's his to tell. It's really not mine to.
Rock punches the wall. Like just one of those like slams his fist against it.
You unleash your powers. You do have super strength, buddy.
I do.
Roll me freak.
Let's go.
while we're rolling the freak, I would like to point out that Soul's taking everything at face value right now. I rolled a 1 and a 2, and then I have a -1.
Oh, sweet baby child.
That's so great.
Oh.
No, but this is such a
Oh.
good response. As someone who's gone through both puberties, punching a wall as a dude it's very common.
Sounds about right.
That's why Soul's removed just fully face value. It's just,
So, would you roll?
A 9.
Yeah, literally, you just go to punch the wall, and it's like up to the shoulder, like through the wall.
Oh,
There's
you hit
just like
drywall.
plaster and drywall everywhere.
Hey,
Does not look at the wall, shakes off the dust.
he's had it for a while, okay? I don't want to say too much about it because, yet again, it's not my place to say. He'll tell you.
Rock, you do remember this moment. You do know, you don't know all the details that Gio knows, but you do know that Aziza has told you something that he is like kind of terminal in some way, but didn't go into details. Just that he has like a time limit.
I'm gonna look to where Soul is. Goes back to Geo.
I will say with how bad Soul's pierced magic roll was, you see Soul is so lost on what's going on at all.
Soul
You
is
don't think she
dissociated.
has an idea about anything that is happening with him whatsoever.
Soul's focused at the hole you put in the wall right now. Just
Like, how strong are you? Like, what the fuck is this?
Why'd he do that?
Yeah, this is like this
looking
is
at the
also
hole,
like a
looking at your arm, making
laboratory
sure there's no like
for
cuts or
superheroes.
nothing.
You look in the hole, you see this shit is reinforced, and you're just like,
There's
Yeah,
not a scar on him at all.
I'm doing the like, look at the hole, look at your arm to make sure you're not bleeding, look at the hole again, look at your arm. I'm just making sure you're not cut.
It's the the little white monkey that goes, why?
Yeah.
Yes.
Rot's arm is just like almost pure white from how much plaster and dust is on it. But beyond that, no damage at all whatsoever.
Nothing at all.
Remember, Soul's tiny, so the hole's above her head.
It
It's
is
above
above you.
She's looking.
You're literally looking up, yeah.
That's hilarious. You said meet back up in an hour, right?
Yeah. Showered off.
Yeah. And he's gonna walk off.
Anything else from Soul and Geo before we cut back to Aziza and then take our break?
Soul just kind of watches Rock walk off and then looks back at Gio. I'm like, as long as you think everything's gonna be okay. Because Rock's upset. We're all scared.
Yeah. I am too. But you kind of gotta. And he was gonna say, like, you gotta trust that he's got it, right? But he kind of stumbles on his words.
Soul watching you struggle his feet kind of just looks at you, gives you like a quick hug, and then just kind of scampers away. Like, it'll be fine, and just kind of scampers away.
She touched me. I think that was her boob on my side. What the? Holy fuck!
I think with that hormone breakdown, we'll cut back to the medical bay. Aziza, you've been in here for 20 minutes now, and this wound is not closing. She has stopped the bleeding and has minimized it, but it's just like your face, it won't fully heal over. This is a little more concerning than the one on your face. The one on your face is more superficial.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm going to just ice this over. And I'm going to need you to channel some magic into it just to put it in stasis, okay?
Okay.
And then I am going to call Jason.
Oh.
I know, but he knows more about this. And if not, Etrigan can probably figure out at least something.
I would much prefer Etrigan.
I know. Kid, this is going to hurt a lot.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
You see the face slacken as you see Frost take control, and she just like gives you a slight nod and starts to just freeze everything like below zero right over the wound.
Oh, cauterization via frostbite is
I
awful.
need you to roll Unleash Your Powers as you channel your magic into this wound to help stasis it.
That one is danger, correct? Or
Is
is it
it's
freak?
freak.
Freak. Fine, I have a +1 at least. That's not great. It's a 6.
Okay, mark potential.
Yeah.
all the power in Star Lab goes off for a minute and then it comes back on. Some of you might be like in the shower while this happens, and then the
Ah,
lights all come
fuck!
back
Who
on.
flushed the toilet?
I think for Aziza, the block is there because right now he is clutching his amulet.
Mhm.
Like he hasn't taken it off.
And Aziza, as the lights flicker off and come back on, you're no longer in the med bay. And we are going to take our break. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes, and then we will see what's happening here.
Uh-oh.
Also, mark 1 on your Doom track for the failed
No.
roll as well.
Another
Stop
one.
it!
Jesus.
Bye, y'all. Hey everyone, and welcome back to our DCAP series after Crisis. A lot of RP before the break with Eclipso making another appearance towards the end and a open wound on Aziza. Just because, just for fun, just for fun. But before
That's
break,
so fun.
Killer Frost cauterized your wound, and as you reach out with your magic, the pain of it kind of pulses right as you're going to put the stasis on. You feel the stasis like lock in, but your magic burst, and you feel all the power in Star Labs and a few blocks around go out for a few minutes. And as you are on this table and you blink back with the lights come back on, you know you are no longer in Star Labs. It looks like Star Labs, but there's like this grainy black and white over your vision.
Uh, Aziza desperately tries to blink it away a couple times, just like the same way you do when you're pretty sure you're in a nightmare and you just
Nope,
can't
nothing
wake
happens.
yourself up.
And you look next to you see Caitlyn like image frozen with their hand like over where it was before everything blacked out. Like they're just like you're out of sync with what's happening.
Uh, I'll pull back and take a look down and see.
The only color you see are is your wound on your chest, which is now pulsing a purplish blue color beneath the ice.
Okay. I'm going to hold myself up on the table into a sitting position. Um, if I attempt to use my magic here, like just pull something on a table toward me, is
Mm-hmm.
it working?
Very slowly, but it does work.
Okay. Okay, you've done this before. You've done this before. Just do it again. Okay.
It feels like the power is closer to your fingertips, like it's easier to use, but your control does not feel great in this place. It feels very shaky.
Okay. I'm tired of this game. Do we have to keep playing the game?
I just thought you would like some entertainment before your end, young Constantine.
It's not my last name.
But it's the name that made you mine, isn't it?
Is the voice coming from anywhere in particular, or is this another situation of voice everywhere?
It is coming from Caitlyn's mouth.
Oh,
Still frozen, but you hear like a double speak of her voice with Eclipso's voice underneath.
that's wrong. I don't. They're going to get rid of you.
Who? Bunch of teenagers with attitude? This isn't Power Rangers, Aziza. There's no end to this for you except for me either killing you, taking your magic, or taking your body. Either way works for me. Your adult supervision here, not even concerned with you. They're out looking for Barry. The Justice League, I'm taking care of that little issue.
What do you mean by that?
I saw your attention on the winged one. Rock, was it? His parents are very nice.
No, you can't. You don't. Oh,
And
no.
what?
You can't affect things out there. You can affect me, but you can't affect things out there. You can't.
I have agents on this side. I can do what I please. It's just a matter of time till I can greet them properly.
What did you do?
just helped along a, I guess ally is the right term. Mutual acquaintance, along with some of their own plans. Keep an eye on the news, and I think it'll be interesting. And I'll see you again soon. Not like I'm going anywhere. And you feel a hand caress the cheek that's hurt, and it heals over. And you blink awake back in Star Labs. But
I
you
think
are standing by the door. You're no longer at the table, so you like kind of stutter forward, and Caitlin's like, "What the?"
Aziza like stutters forward and like hits the wall, and then like fully like turns around and like hands against the wall, stares at Caitlin, just like
How did you get over there, kid? As you see Frost is looking at you, very confused. Is your wound okay? It, you look at it, it's not bleeding. There is a very clear thing of ice, and it is still pulsing that purple that you saw in the other place.
it's it's holding for now.
Okay, I'm gonna go call Jason. Maybe just stay in here until your friends get down here, and then we'll all talk. Okay? Do you want a painkiller or anything? Anything I can grab you?
No, it's not really gonna do much. It's fine.
Okay. Well, just wait here and rest up. Once everyone's down, I'll come get you. Okay? Or we'll come to you even better.
All right.
She leaves you on the table and heads out. You feel your magic still kind of pulsing erratically, but it seems to have settled a little bit, slowly getting back to your level of control.
I think Aziza will sit on the medical table and cross their legs, pick up a ball of gauze or something else, and just back and forth until it's back in control.
Yeah. Erratic at first, but slowly as it gets closer to everyone's coming to join you, it starts to settle. I'm assuming Rot's probably the first one to come downstairs.
You would be wrong.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rock's
okay.
Rock's taking a little bit of a breather right now.
Okay.
Yeah, go deal with everybody else.
Gia,
Don't worry about
Soul,
me.
does any of you rush down right at the hour mark?
Think G. If this weren't something serious, he would be late, but he did call it, so I think Gio is down there.
Yeah.
Wet hair, tousled, you know.
You see Cisco still at the computer. Caitlin and Frost left to go handle some stuff. He seems to be okay. You guys are free to go in there. Your rest of your friends haven't come down yet, so.
Cool. Yeah. I'll check in on him. Cause is Soul down yet?
Soul probably has wandered in a couple minutes after you did.
Yeah, I'll say
Just
she catches a tail end of the conversation. Or as you ask that, you hear footsteps on the stairs.
Oh, well, here she comes. So maybe we'll wait for Rock or give him his time. I'm not really sure.
So I'd say like about maybe about 10 minutes after Rock is coming down, he has like a very crudely drawn note that is like sorry and signed Rock, and it has like a little photo of him like flexing with his wings out, and he sticks it next to the hole.
Okay.
And then he comes down.
Oh my god.
Love that. Okay. Okay, you're all here. You guys can go in with him. We'll give you guys a second, and then we can come in and debrief you in like 20. That way you guys can check in.
Yeah. No, sounds about right. Yeah.
I think Caitlin went off to get a hold of your mentor. He might know a little bit more about all of that, being magical himself. So hopefully we get some answers.
Yeah, and we can plan for whatever's next or whatever bonding or yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, whatever comes next. Kind of hard to tell on this job, but yeah, go see your friend.
All right, come on, go, move. He gestures to like Soul and Rock. He does. Feelings are scary.
You're right there.
Yeah, I am, and I'm saying get in there and go check
And
on him.
Rock is going to push you in.
Get the.
I don't know why you're acting like you do not. Like
I
you are
am.
friends.
Yeah,
Boys,
we're
boys,
not.
boys. At this point, Soul just kind of walks in between, grabs Rock's wrist, and just kind of walks
Hey!
away. Like, no.
Come on. What is this?
Hey,
What happened to
DM.
leading by example, Geo?
Yeah,
Hey, how much of that could I hear through the
all of it,
door?
all of it, all the two. You didn't hear Soul because Soul's
Kills.
not yelling, but you heard the two of them scrabbling outside the door.
Gio will yell after. Sorry, I'm not the best fucking leader, Rock.
You're
How
not
do you
bad.
do it? You do it.
Do not make me put tape on your mouths.
I
Uh,
just gave them a compliment.
Mm. You're loud. Mind you, Soul still has your wrist, and it's just kind of as much as a 5 foot nothing person can. It's just pulling
Baby.
you.
Soul over here, mom friending you from their lower position.
I've been
You're
trying to
loud.
keep him
Be
safe.
quiet.
You're doing great. And like when you're like you're loud, he whispers in like the most. Okay, this is my inside voice. Um, I gave them a compliment.
I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm trying here.
I appreciate. I love that. But we stop fighting, please.
Nobody's fighting.
Loudly.
Caesar. The look is just like, who are you lying to? Hi. Sorry, voice doing the whole cracking thing. Aziza, how are you doing? You all right? You look better.
I mean,
No,
you all see this. Like they're still in the clothes, so like the torn uniform just tore open. So like the middle of their chest is showing. You just see glowing purple ice in the middle of their chest.
Uh, Aziza is kind of just passing the gauze back and forth, still finally, like, mostly in control again of that, but is so focused on it that they don't like drop it the moment people walk in, but it does take them a second to sort of pass it back a couple more times and then like grab it and set it down. And I think upon realizing that everyone has walked in all at once, does kind of like slip back into the outfit fully and like kind of pull it a little more closed over the front. Uh, I'll live.
you said we see ice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, is there like a blanket or like anything that I could give
Yeah,
to
there's some
Aziza?
like just like basic like blankets you would see like in your first aid kit.
Then definitely grab it and like drape it in front over the ice.
Thanks.
Yeah. Um, strange method. Are you okay?
I think Aziz's eyes flicker to Geo at the question of "Are you okay?" because he's probably knows the most about how not okay Aziza is. Uh, and then eyes just downturned again. He hasn't looked anyone in the eyes at all. Um, like I said, I'll be fine.
Kind of like looks at everybody else like and just mouthing, I don't know. You know what's happening. And then because Aziza hasn't like made eye contact, it is just like looking at the floor. Rock flops onto the ground and just like does like the whole crisscross applesauce in front of you and just like looks up at you. You sure you're okay?
the shock of the moment. Just this is this is pretty, I wouldn't say normal, but this is on track. So
As
it's
Geo calls from, I think he's been leaning against the door, trying to keep as much space, but fully tracked, fully seeing it's gotten much worse than how he remembers it too. So you might want to tell him.
Aziz's eyes darken for a moment, just like something behind them dims.
We're a team, right?
This was probably a stupid idea.
Being on a team with us was a stupid idea.
Me being on any team was a stupid idea.
Why? That doesn't make sense. You're amazing. What are you talking about?
What is going on here?
Uh, oh, he knows this is gonna hurt. Okay.
Maybe my heart.
If you're about to do what I think you're doing, mark a doom track.
Yes, ma'am. Aziza will reach up and touch the amulet on his neck. It is a diamond shaped stone, a gemstone, circled in gold. It faintly glows green from the inside. Um, and they'll tap on it. This is what is holding back a demon from consuming me. But it is not strong enough anymore. Um, for a moment, Aziza looks like they're struggling to breathe. I will mark that doom track.
Yeah, and as you see them struggle to breathe, you even see like the veins in their face flash purple and convulse for a second before going back to normal.
Rock looks very terrified and is like looking between Geo, Aziza, and Soul. Like, okay, we fought a demon. We can fight a demon.
Not this one.
How do we stop it?
Uh, no one knows. It's been almost 4 years. No one knows.
So we find a way to stop it, right? And Soul's just kind of looking at everyone.
Right.
Been very quiet.
My mom is the most powerful magician on this planet, and it has been 4 years, and she hasn't figured out how to stop it. It's not. Aziz is going to like. It's not a forced smile, but it's the smile of someone who has smiled through the pain more than once. It's not. It's no one's fault. It just is, and it's not. It's not your responsibility to try and fix it just because I showed up and they wanted to give me a pity spot on a team for some
Yeah,
bucket list.
yeah. Why don't you just keep pushing us away? That works, right?
I think Aziza does give Gio a look of you're one to talk.
Yeah, I mean, he knows, but he's.
There's a tear rolling down my cheek. I just wanted y'all to catch that. And there's also one rolling down Rock's cheek. Like just hearing this, but he does not say.
This thing doesn't it doesn't act like people do. It's not something that I can figure out. It doesn't have morals. Eclipso is, and when Aziza says the name, it is with disgust and venom.
When you say the name, mark condition.
Does that do we see
You see, like,
visible pain?
literally every one of Aziza's nerve endings fire off in that moment. So you see their whole body clench, and I don't even think it's possible for Aziza not to make a sound in this moment.
I will mark hopeless.
Yeah. Fitting.
There, there has to be something we can do. We can't just let you what die.
Well, to be fair, when it first happened, like less than a year after, there was a vote about what to do with me, and a couple votes for just killing me ahead of time so that nothing could, you know, use my power for evil. There's always that option still.
You see
Just
Soul just go as stone faced as you've ever seen her.
just for some clarity, the vote was the 8 main members plus the 3 mages, which was Jason, Zatanna, and Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate, Batman, Green Lantern, and Hulk Girl were the ones in favor of killing Aziza.
Sorry, can you repeat which ones?
Hulk Girl, Green Lantern, Batman, and Jason Blood.
Oh, fuck.
Dr. Fate abstained because Jonathan Kent and the Helmet and the Boo could not agree on that decision.
Let the record show that I hate this.
I'm about to break all of y'all hearts in a second.
Fuck. Time to finish it up.
I'm gonna let Gio do what Gio want to do first,
He wasn't doing anything.
though. Okay. So within the silence of everything after Aziza says that, um, you hear like the the sounds of like whimpering and like sniffles. So so you expect us just to, just to let you die?
It's uh Aziza's kind of immediately like cowled by the fact that Brock is openly like sniffling about the situation because Aziza is far more used to a whole bunch of adults being around him, keeping very straight faces about the situation so as not to scare the kid.
Kid.
And the open emotion is kind of just it's harder to ignore when someone you care about is openly weeping about it. I don't I it's not I don't want to die. I just well, there's not really many options.
Okay, okay. You said your mom is the strongest and the best spellcaster on this earth, on this planet. Uh, Okay. And Rock runs out of the room,
Oh,
runs back up to his room, and I am like scround like throwing everything in my bag like all around everything, like flipping it upside down basically. I am specifically looking for the communicator my mom gave me, and I would like to use the move belong in two worlds.
You want to tell me what that does?
Whenever you contact your people, roll plus superior. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 2. On a miss, hold 1.
Mm-hmm.
But your people make an uncomfortable demand of you. And I can spend one hold to receive a useful piece of alien technology that will allow me to use an ability from another playbook. I can consult my people's knowledge and ask the GM a question about the current situation, or I can clear a condition. I'm obviously going to go with the second.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll.
God's above.
Hashtag blessed.
Honestly, I'm a little annoyed, but that's a 14. So
uh,
high.
Okay.
how very Shakespearean of you.
The
So
power of love.
14, you get to hold 3.
Three.
So you can do all 3 because this is only going to be available for this movement anyway. So if you have any conditions, you can clear one.
Oh, thank God.
Um, the
Keep
alien
that.
tech can be something that you already have, I guess. We'll come back to that part.
Okay.
But I think you're most concerned with the people's knowledge to ask about a question.
Right.
So your communicator, it goes on and it statics for a while, and you hear like garbled voice before it tunes back in.
Mom.
You don't hear
Mom.
the voice of your mom. It is Hulkman.
Why,
Rock, right?
why do you have. Where's my mother?
I will get to that in a second. What's the situation? I was told this was an emergency line. So more importantly, what's going on?
Okay. I guess you'll have to fucking do. Um, Trying to figure out how to get a demon out of somebody without killing the somebody.
I am going to roll to see if Hawkman was informed about Aziz's situation, since he is technically dated your mom right now.
I hate this man.
He was 15. Okay.
Stepdad.
God, I hate him.
Hot girl came home. She was like, "I tried to kill a kid today, and it just didn't work."
Work.
Literally, I rolled high enough so he does know. Oh, I'm assuming this is about your teammate. Your mom,
You knew?
the most of the lead, or at least the upper parts of the lead know. Your mom told me. Um, from what I know, Satana, Raven, Jason Blood, Dr. Fate have exhausted every known resource they have. Our 4 strongest magics in the league.
But those are the resources here. Those are the resources on Earth. We've got to have something.
I mean, I can try to look, but our culture is not very heavily on magic.
Where's my mother? She can do something.
I wanted to have this conversation with you face to face. Your mom's missing.
Oh, they're getting yeeted.
She was on a mission about a few days after your guys' team formed to look for Barry in one of the other sectors because we felt a Speed Force surge. So we sent. Fuck, I didn't want to have to do this way. We sent your mom and your dad there to investigate. We found your mom's mace and your dad's ring both shattered and no sign of either of them. I'm so sorry, Rock.
And where are you?
I am on Thanagar trying to hold things together until we can find your mom.
So you're home safe. You're home safe while my parents, while my mother is somewhere missing, and you're. How long have they been missing? I just saw my dad. How long have they been missing?
I've been missing for about a week now.
And I'm just now finding out.
We wanted to tell you in person. We had some of the lead come in tomorrow to discuss
You're a
everything
joke.
with you. I get you're angry.
Where were they?
They were somewhere in deep space. We have their coordinates, but we're trying to lock on.
Send me their coordinates.
I'm not doing that, kid. They wouldn't want me to
You,
do
you
that.
said the league. The league knows. Somebody here knows. Somebody here would know where they are then. And I hang up.
Okay.
Fuck stepdad. Fuck that guy. Fuck him.
We're really
So-
getting the teen part of this now.
That all happens as Rock runs off. What's going back around with you guys in the room? Well, after you guys saw Rock storm out of the room, we'll say Rock's been gone for at least like 20, 30 minutes for that whole like conversation, heart to heart.
I think once Rock has left,
Mm-hmm.
because with all the, very obviously outwardly upset, Soul is kind of a bit more stone faced, so I think Gio's more comfortable saying this. But he locks eyes with Aziza and goes, "It's gotten so much fucking worse, dude."
Yeah. It it grew with me.
And he'll slowly make his way into the room and lean on the medical bed, next to him, still standing arms crossed. So, you gonna hang around this time, or?
People can get hurt if I'm around, and I don't mean losing control. I've got control of it. It generally he used to only hurt me. But I think he's done something. He told me he did something.
Something in our plane. I mean, he came through the game as...
Worse?
Worse?
Just going to look at the door that Rock ran out of. Worse?
Okay. And he looks to Soul and goes, "You might want to step out." uh,
I'll pass. Because if this thing is doing stuff in the real world, that means we can fight it. And if we can fight it, we can hurt it. Right?
Be freak, James.
Freak?
Yeah, we'll be freak.
Fuck. $10.
you, being very familiar with your study of what the Justice League has on Eclipso, knows the last time that he worked in the mortal realm was when Brother Blood almost successfully brought Trigon here from Raven. An apocalypse ended event, and he wasn't even fully manifested then either.
It also means the closer he gets to the real world, the closer we are to catastrophe, apocalypse, another crisis.
What's new? I had to walk away from you once before, Az. I don't know, I thought it was better. I thought it was your process. You needed just space. But, I can kind of see that's a little bit of bullshit. So, I appreciate your nobility. He's using big therapy words right now, Geo is.
Proud of him.
They've all been shouted at him before.
Correct.
You're literally just preaching stuff that Renee has said to you.
He's literally like a word for word. He's like, I'm using I feel statements, right? he's like, I appreciate you wanting to burden this on your shoulders by yourself, but that's not gonna fucking happen now. So give us all the info. How is it affecting in the real world? What does it have to do with Rock? Where did you know? Did they tell you?
I will. Oh, this is gonna fucking give me another Doom track. I will recount everything that just happened
Yeah, mark another
in
doom
the other
track. Is
world.
that gonna fill it up?
Nope, that's 4.
Okay, so one more till you get another move. Got it. Cool. And you're at 2 moves currently, right?
Yes.
Cool. Noted.
So you think he's going after Lantern?
Yeah.
As you guys say this, you hear pounding footsteps from upstairs as Rock is pretty much. I'm assuming Rock's just running full tilt downstairs right now.
Oh, 100% full linebacker sprinting. Clearing 5 steps at a time, landing at the very last, like at the floor, and like running in. Where's Cisco? Where like what looks to be like the most amount of distress on his face.
Hey. What's going on, Rock?
I need
Something to do with your parents?
How do you know?
Why don't you come sit down?
Gio, what the
It's
if
connected.
you know something, I
And
swear
I'm
to
gonna
God.
tell you if you just sit down.
My parents are fucking missing.
Yeah, and we're telling you why. And he gestures to, not as exactly, all right, but the demon controlling him, right? The demon he's had for years, right? As not your fault. Stop looking. Like, please stop. Like, he turns, please. That's the problem, right? Problem. There's the problem. He says his own fucking hero name.
We figured out his power. He can see the problem.
He can see the problem.
Oh shit! We've been waiting for this day.
And as Soul so beautifully put, we've got a real problem in the real world that maybe we can hit 2 birds with 1 stone, aka find out where your parents are, aka free Az from his fucking torturous existence. Go home happy.
Is there a camera in here?
Yeah, there's cameras. Well, this is the med bay, so actually probably not.
Dr.
There's
Paper
definitely them
confidentiality.
outside the door though, like in the door where Cisco would be.
What's Cisco's real name again?
Cisco is his name.
Cisco is his name. Vibe is his
Vibe
hero
is his
name.
hero
Okay,
name.
sorry.
Yeah.
Going to hear all of that Gio just said. Don't get Walk back out. Look at the camera. Cisco, get your ass down here now. And I'm going to hit another hole in the wall, hopefully. I will break this
You
whole
don't have to
space station.
re-roll, just another identical hole from
I will
last
break
time.
this whole space
Stop
station.
breaking the
All
building.
right. Well, not all of us can throw punches in the fucking walls, I guess.
Oh, I seem to have stumbled into something fun here. It's Jason
Oh.
Blood is standing in the med bay. Cisco and Kaylin are out getting more supplies for something I'm gonna have to do to fix this, and he points to the wound on Aziz's chest.
You just pointed to all of me.
Fix this.
Fix what I can right now, okay? Fix the present issue you are currently having. I'm assuming they know now. I'm assuming by the holes in the wall and from the multiple phone calls I've received from Hawkman, you also know.
That my parents have been missing for a fucking week? Absolutely, I know.
It's not just your parents, kid. Sit down.
I'd rather stand.
A look of dawning horror on Aziz's face.
I
Gio
think
is gonna
it
go.
would be easier to show you. This TV's hooked up to World News, right? Yeah, it is. Clicks it on to Gotham City News.
Roll in the TV like we're in class.
Fucking.
No,
Here comes Cisco.
there's a monitor in here. He just switched it.
It's like the fucking AV club again.
He hits the button and you see Gotham City News. It's been about a week since the last appearance of Batman and Nightwing in Gotham City. Crime has spiked dramatically. Red Hood and Red Robin are doing what they can, but are being slowly overwhelmed. Justice League outlet says that support is trying to be sent across everywhere, but with the situation in Star City and in Metropolis and other cities across the globe, it's a little hard. And he hits the channel Metropolis. It's been about a week since the last appearance of Superman and Supergirl. We are struggling here to hold back crime. Crime rates have spiked. And all we have is a young teen with no help. And they show clips of Stargirl very trying to do her best with her rod and her sidekick, like her little group of other, like a young Justice team with all of them trying to fight this off, but just looking worse and worse every appearance. And then they cut over to Star City. Green Arrow has gone silent. Cops are doing their best to hold back the crime rates, but they have spiked to before his appearance. And then he shuts the TV off. As you can see, it's not just your parents, kid. The Justice League's a little shorthanded at the moment. We don't know what happened, but as of a week ago, we are now currently missing GL and Hawkgirl, your parents. We are missing Superman and Supergirl, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, and obviously the Flash. The only person of senior management left we have are Aquaman and Martian Manhunter, and they're doing what they can to deploy our forces where we can get them to. Without our heavy hitters, the jail's stretched a little thin.
Where were they even? Whoa.
They were all searching for signs of Barry. Superman, Supergirl, GL, and Hawkgirl were out in different parts of the universe and didn't come back. Batman, last I heard from him, he was researching in the Batcave with Dick, and both of them went silent. Wonder Woman went to see her mom, and we have not had any contact from Themyscira since. It's hard to say what's happening. And then obviously your mom and Raven are still off searching for answers for you. I am trying to help the two of them run the league in the meantime, but I am also trying to keep an eye on you guys because obviously the situation is also bad. But you seem to know everything. So what exactly happened here. I'm assuming it links to that. And he points to the wound. Hold on,
I'm
kid,
going.
before you say anything. And he waves his hand, and a temporary rune appears on your head. You can speak freely for the next 20 minutes without consequences. Just info dump, everyone else be quiet, and you will not get hurt. Go. And you didn't just info dump everything that happened to him.
It's just from like the morning with the scratch
Mm-hmm.
all the way till now. Every movement, everything about Eclipse.
This hasn't happened to you before. These physical manifestations like this. He's getting stronger then. That's concerning. And you said he mentioned an ally.
He didn't give a name.
Okay. I will take what I can back to the league and see if we can figure this out. I'm not gonna lie, you guys are not gonna have as much support as I thought you were going to. Whatever happened though started here in Central City with Barry's disappearance. That's when everything started for us going this shit. So keep your eyes peeled. I will be as available as I can on your comms. But you guys are getting a trial by fire, I think, at this point.
Well, yeah, shouldn't you be bringing us in on the league? I mean, like, there's no fucking league left at this point.
Even if we brought you in on the league, you would just be deployed here. Central City has no one to protect it.
no
all
one
our
has anyone
all
to
our
protect
forces
it.
are spread thin across the globe. All major, like so many other auxiliary members are also missing. These are just the JL members I've gone over. I went over the whole list. We're at like half capacity right now.
But Az is the key.
Yeah, and until we hear from his mom and Raven, there's nothing for me to go off of.
We can't just wait around for them to come back.
You're welcome to try to figure anything on your end. I can send you guys books, I can send you guys data, but we're overwhelmed right now.
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
I'm gonna go set up the ritual down in the training room to fix this and hopefully lessen any more incidents. When Cisco and Caitlin get back and everything's set up, I will call for you guys. But um, you probably shouldn't move too much for right now, kid, while you heal up.
Yeah. Okay.
And Jason just very awkwardly just steps through you because he teleported on the other side of them, just walks through the four of you out the door and closes it behind him.
Excuse me.
So we can't start with Calypso. It's Calypso, right?
Eclipso.
Like an eclipse.
Eclipse. We can't start with Eclipso. But this ally, I mean, was there anything these past 4 years that would have indicated someone else?
I'm going to be a little gremlin. This is a bad idea, but I'm going to be a little gremlin.
Yes.
The loveliest of lovely GMs. Hi.
Mhm.
Hi.
Yeah. Hello.
Is there anything in the last 4 years that I can think of? Or do I have to offer you a mark on my doom track for a vision?
You are going to have to mark a thing on your track for a vision, buddy. Because if there was anything that happened over the 4 years, they weren't telling you that.
That's fair.
Your mom tells you the very, very minimal.
She tells me nothing. I love her dearly. She's a fucking bitch sometimes.
But yeah, you want to go ahead and read that move for me?
Welcome to My Mom's a Fucking Bitch Club.
This will fill my doom track, which means I need to clear it, and I will
Sure.
take another doom sign.
Put you up to 3.
That puts me up to 3.
Mhm.
This is going to be Dark Visions. Mark your doom track to have a vision about the situation at hand. After the vision, ask the GM a question. They will answer it honestly. So I get a vision from you, and then I get to ask a follow-up question.
Okay. Aziz is about what, 17? Like you're coming up to 18, right? That's what we
I
decided.
have 4 weeks left until I
Okay.
turn 18.
You guys see Aziz's eyes go completely purple. Aziza, you cut back to your 16th birthday after a horrible incident. This is when your second doom sign manifested. That wrecked the semblance of a party that they tried to hold for you in the watchtower. The cafeteria in the watchtower is completely wrecked. People grievously injured and being carted off. And you weren't able to hear this conversation at the time, but as you're being attended to by some of the heroes, um, you see in the corner a conversation between your mother and Raven. As Raven's going over all these like symbols in the air. I don't know what could have triggered it. It doesn't appear to come from within him. It looks like there's some type of external influence kind of pushing against his mind. Maybe a telepath of some sort. Well, that doesn't really narrow it down, does it, Raven? There's so many telepaths on our roads list between everyone. Is there any hint of anything that could have caused it? The energy signature looks familiar, but it's no one I've experienced with. I can put it in the database and try to track it the best I can, but I don't know. You do that, I'm going to check on Aziza, try to get everything calm down here, and take him home for the night. I think he needs to be alone. Of
That
course.
was always her answer.
And you see Raven teleport away, but the vision follows Raven back to what was previously Teen Tower, now Titan Tower. As she appears in her room and starts to enter the data into her Justice League comm. And she heads to bed as she meditates and starts to float up. You see on the computer, the keyboard starts moving again, and something deletes out the info she just entered. But you are clearly able to see the signature, so at least you have that piece of knowledge of what it sounded, what it looked like. But that whole record entry for the day, gone. And you snap out of your vision.
Okay. I'll ask my question,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll do the doom sign thing, I guess, because every time this has happened, Geo witnessed it once. It's not comfortable. Um, it was not the insinuation from
Mm-hmm.
the vision, based on what you said, is that it wasn't just a telepath, it's someone with access to technology. Is that the case?
It sounds like whoever pushed you into your doom sign was a telepath, but someone else hacked into the system in Raven's room and deleted the entry.
So we're not
So it
looking for
might be
one, we're
more
looking
than
for
it
multiple.
might be multiple people working together.
It's a team.
I'll say that was worth a doom sign.
So with the doom sign, you are technically under arrest. So this will be a little more controlled than what happened at your 16th birthday party.
Does that mean I have time to just tell them to move?
You do. But I'm also going to need you to pick Rock, Geo, or Soleo.
He's used to
I
it.
ain't moving. I'm not moving.
Oh God, why?
Just letting you know now.
Gio was at your last one.
Oh
Knows what to
no.
expect.
Built for it tough.
I don't think Solea is an option. And that's not against her. It's just like, I don't know you like that yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do think that because in Az's mind, I have already fucked up Rock so much today just simply by the virtue of Eclipso is the thing that has taken his parents from him. That I think as will lock eyes with Geo, mostly in the moment, not choosing to
Mm-hmm.
hurt Geo, but
He
mostly
knows.
in just because you've seen it before. I don't think Az can get a lot of words out in this moment, but because you've seen it happen, you have the best chance of helping Az tell everyone to get the fuck out of the room.
Yeah. I'll go, get down, guys! And he'll move forward.
What?
You guys are like just reacting mode, can't react quick enough as Geo steps forward. Geo is slammed through the wall by a pulse of purplish black magic. Goes through the wall of the med bay into the thing and just bounces in like the main area where Cisco's usually at. Geo, you go unconscious. And you what feels like blink, and you see a black and white grainy image of S.T.A.R Labs around you.
Fucking magic.
Wow, I wasn't expecting this, but I get to talk to one of Aziza's little friends for a moment.
Little excuse me, motherfucker, as he sits up.
What? This is interesting. Geo, was it? As you see Aziza's black and white image of his body walk out, but you can clearly see it's not Aziza, it's Eclipso.
Hey, we met before.
Yeah, I believe we have.
Say nice to see you, but you don't really have a corporeal body.
Working on it.
Oh, you are? That's cool.
A little
Makes note of that.
closer after that little incident, as you actively see more of his power channeling in Aziza with you, what you recognize from the last time this happened,
Yeah.
as you were at that party. So, I have a fun idea. You've been looking for information too, if I recall, right?
Always can't keep. You know I can't keep my nose out of stuff. Clips.
Do you want to know what happened to your dad? Because I know what the lead knows. And they won't tell you because they also know what happened to your dad.
Sorry, you said the delete. What was the word you used?
I said they know what happened to your dad.
Oh, they as general.
Mm-hmm.
They know.
They didn't think you were old enough yet to explain it to you. Your mom and your... Well, you don't know this either, but your new mom, Renee's and your mom are fucking, as the kids say, I believe's the term. Yeah, soak that in. It gets even better, though, with that whole situation. So, with Crisis, when multiverses merged, with that, only the most dominant version of a person could be present in this new world. Person who, I don't know, I don't remember, I wasn't there, so I don't have all the details, but whoever finished the thing to trigger the fits wasn't specific enough. So it erased your dad because there can only be one question. And whatever happened, it chose Renee. Anyone who didn't know your dad before Crisis, never heard of him. Go look up his history. Fitz Sage does not exist. It was nice talking to you, though. I'll see you soon. And you snap awake. And I think that is where we're going to call it tonight. I was going to do it 3 hours, but I realized I have some doctor's appointment in the morning, so I don't want to push this too long. But this has been our Master New Generations AP after Crisis. And yeah, Crisis, I think, is the right term. Let's say our goodbyes, everyone. Go ahead and promo anything you have going on. I think I'll go first because I think everyone's a little rattled. Hey, everyone, I'm Paige. I am the storyteller here. Things I have going on this week on Friday over on Don't Kill My Character Switch channel. I will be GMing a lighter-hearted game for Pride at 7:30 p.m. Central. I'd be running a game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians with Kate, Ava, and Valve back from the Avatar one shot I did on there a month or two ago. Where it will be an arena battle meets Love Island. Be fun. Beyond that, these 3 episodes that we've done, including tonight, will be up on the YouTube this weekend. So I finally got around to uploading stuff, as well as Rangers of the Tom, the series that preceded this. Every episode that is not on YouTube will be going up every night from tonight through Sunday. So if you want to catch up to that series, you can go do so as well. But yeah, that was me. Who did I affect? You know what, Ray? I affected you the least in this episode, so why don't you go first?
I hate it here. Hi, I'm Ray Wilds. You can find me everywhere at the Ray Wilds. I'm totally not stressed out. Um, you can find me basically in every little corner of the internet. I'm here currently. You catch me sometimes in the background of other people's streams. Oh, okay.
James.
Hi, I'm James. You can find me all over the internet as Hugger Muggered. Things happened tonight that was more than I was expecting. Either way, if you want to catch more of me, not more lighthearted, but with me in the DM seat, as one half of Jewel Master's Guide, you can check us out on Sir Pfeffer's channel on Twitch, Sir Pfeffers _ as we are running the summer series for Sir Pfeffers on Monday nights at 7:30 p.m. EST, where we are taking some kids to summer camp, and there's some cults and some Eldritch horrors involved.
Love it. Emma.
Hi. Everything my character knows is a lie. Hi, I'm Emma Moscow. You can find me around. I'm very fortunate that I have a lot of cool people I play with in this space, and they pop me on their channels. I just can't remember any at the moment because my dad's gone forever. And I play Geo, aka the Problem, who is going to be a problem very soon.
Love it. Eon, buddy. There he is. Oh, but Keon, before you say anything, I do owe you a pickup line because you redeemed it in the middle of all of that. So I'll do that first.
I don't want it.
You don't want it?
I don't want it. I don't want anything from you. Actually.
Fair.
Matter of fact, give it to the next person.
Okay. On to the next person.
Double it, pass it
Give
on.
it to the next
Double it and
person,
pass it
please.
on.
Pass it on. Give the next stream too. Hi, I am Keon. I go by Brother Keon across all of the internets. I am also heartbroken. I don't know how this happened. I literally told Paige, I just want to roller skate. That's it. That's all I wanted. That's all I asked for. A little bit of roller skating.
I delivered. I don't know what you mean. You got the roller skate.
And a penguin.
You made a fan.
We gotta go bigger. We gotta go bigger next time.
Listen, you have already hurt me enough. You have hit every bone there is to hit for me. My parents are dead. My boyfriend's about to die. Paige,
I love you.
coming for you next. Anyway, hi. Again, I am Keon. I go by Brother Keon across all of the internets. If you enjoyed any of the bullshit that I brought to the table today, especially the dramatics, come check me out over on Batty Bards, where I get to run the show and cause emotional damage and pain to all of my friends. For World Replica, a little digital isekai where I get to torment everybody and everything. And like the premise of everything is like, what if AI just completely goes run amok? It's kind of great. I'm having a blast. But tomorrow, which is June the 12th, because I don't know when you're watching this on a VOD, you can find me over on Help Action Needed's channel for Aegon, where I also am playing a little farmer boy with a pig companion.
Sean.
who just loves his mama Demeter. So yeah, that's it. That is me. Y'all have a lovely day. Everybody, I don't know how you're gonna do this. Bully Paige.
It's fine. I got bullied enough in the One Piece game I was in last week, so it's kind of coming around.
You just wait until we're at that same table together. I'm
So if
Dirty
you want to see
pride
me and
bugs,
Keon
nonetheless.
actually fight, we'll be at Gen Con in a level 20
Right.
game together.
ooh.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I had packed a lot into one episode to make up for last week, so hope you guys enjoyed all the wonderful RP into everything. But we will see you this time next week. Have a good night, everybody.